Hey everybody, I am Shay and welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a recap of 911. This is a show that comes on Fox, airs on Wednesday. The show is based on day-to-day lives of first responders, starring Angela Bassett, who is married to Rockman Dunbar, who she later finds out that he's gay. And that is causing a little tension in the marriage, which I understand perfectly why it would. Okay. And then also starring Peter Krause and Kenneth. Okay. Okay, Angela Bassett. She is playing a cop. And she is dealing with the issues of her gay husband. She just found out after about 20 years that he is gay, and he told her that she's known for some time now. But I guess it'll play out more in the story whether or not she known or not. Okay, now Peter Krause, who plays the captain, he is dealing with his own demons, alcoholism. We keep seeing a little tidbits of him and his alcoholism throughout each episode. So that's what his characters is doing. And the other characters, they were quite unknown to me. So I had to Google them to find out a little bit more about their character, like Chimney and, Abby. I want to read about them so I can know who I am speaking on each week. Now, this is as you know, this is a excellent TV drama, excitement, just full of drama and thrills and, you know, very excellent show, well written, and it reminds me of a cross between, I would say, Grey's Anatomy and Chicago PD. I mean, it has all of that, and this show has already now been renewed for another season, and this is only episode 4. Now, kudos to these guys. They doing good. They're working their behinds off. So this is a good show. It's well written by the team. Okay, so as I previously stated, the episode 4, it was titled "The Worst Day Ever." Now we can all think back to, man, my worst day ever. So this was the title of the show. Okay? Now, we're going to put ourselves where they were, where it opens up with the plane being in the air. Now, this whole episode made me did not want to fly anymore. But I got to fly back and forth overseas for the next couple of years. So the show opens up with the plane in the air, doing fine. The passengers, they're sitting in their seats, and a flight attendant, she's going around collecting the last minute items from the passenger. Then you get you get two customers that feel like they need to become a part of the Mile High Club right before landing. So they get up and go into the bathroom to decide if they were going to become a part of the Mile High Club. Okay? So we're going to see how that's going to end. Okay? Okay. some things, you know, some things people do is just ridiculous. Okay, so people, oh my goodness, so it was just, oh my goodness, so the passengers and things just, you know, after everything, you know, the couple went into the bathroom, the door shut. Okay, the passenger, everything was just fine, and then all of a sudden, a little turbulence, and then everything goes left. Everything just goes haywire. And the people start flying across, and the carts, it went running into the bathroom doors, locked that couple in the bathroom, the one who was trying to be put on the Mile High Club, locked them in there. They couldn't get out, and everyone was freaking out, and I was freaking out, and I'm not even on the plane. And next up, we get Buck and him at the hospital visiting Chimney. Chimney was doing fine. He's doing much better. Now, Bobby, he was there writing in his journal. And so Buck comes over, you know, do his thing and say, you know, being nosy. And Bobby closes up his journal because he don't want no one to read his personal thoughts, okay? He should respect that. But Buck has gotten his hand somehow on his journal. Somehow. Because he noticed that the numbers of the people that Bobby has saved throughout his career, that that some of the people was not on their list of survivors. That's a mess. That's just too messy. It really is. It really is. He just needs to stay out of it. He really. I wouldn't even got involved in whatever it was. I mean, you don't go around reading other people's personal, diary. I mean, come on, people. Oh, man, people, just respect other people's wishes. Okay, the next thing I see, we move on to, I feel, is outside at the little bully's girl's house. Okay, she calls Michael, or Michael calls her, however it is. He's trying to talk her some senses into her head. Hey, you don't need to do that. You need to stay away from that. You know, whatever. But she's not listening. Now, I feel she don't want to get herself in a situation like if Michael decides to file for a divorce, or she files for a divorce, and Mike may be able to use this against her when, you know, they come down to getting a divorce. Because, you know, when they fighting for divorce, you know, things get ugly, and they're gonna be pulling out all the stops. So he can use that to take the kids away from her if he's just that evil. But hey, so he was like, I'm not coming down there, I'm not getting involved, or whatever you doing. So Miss Althea, in this scene, Miss Althea, she is outside of the little bully's home. She crashes the party. Althea is going. She is doing her thing. All the music is bumping and they are playing. You know, they just doing the thing. You know, there's drinks, there's weed around, and the girls are dancing. And this girl walks up. She's like, oh, we've been trolling. So she walks up and tells the cop, hey, can I help you? Thea walks up and say, there's have been a disturbance complaint made by a neighbor. And she said, and this was a stank, you fill in the blanks, that's been living here, that's bringing down the property value. Now, did she say that? Did she say what I just thought? She said, a stank. That's bringing down the property value. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, Athena. Go ahead, Athena. Oh my goodness. I say, go girl. Athena tells this lady, wow. The property value out there, but hey, that can't happen now. That can't happen, but not in this case. But that can't happen now. Don't think it's all fun, but no, that can't happen. So you make sure you check out what neighborhood you are in, okay? Make sure you check it out before you move into that and commit yourself and can't get out of that neighborhood. But Athena was going on and on with this child, and so a friend sees them talking. She comes up and tells them that she's so and so's mother. The girl was like, well, like she don't care. And then the mother, Athena said, well, she almost died. My daughter almost died by what you did. And she said the daughter is a punk, some other future choice word, slut. A punk blank slut. I'm like, what? That's when this woman grabbed her and gave her Miranda rights. I'm like, yes. Like, you can't do no child like that, but yes. Teach her something. Teach that child. Teach that bully. Then I say, oh, shoot, okay, that is a child now. Come on, Thea. You need to take some of that aggressive out of Michael when you get home. Knock some senses up in his head while he running around here with that man. Knock some sense into him. Turn into Bernadette. You know Bernadette. She played Bernadette in Waiting to Exhale. Remember, she burned up her husband's clothes. Took that cigarette and went on back in her house. Yes, Bernadette, yes. On your husband, not on them kids now. All right, not on the kid. We love the children. Yes, Althea. Leave them kids alone. She's on 1,000 right now. Athena. Because she gets back to the precinct, and the girl's parents show up at the precinct. Hotter than a firecracker, okay? Shows up, and they are hot. The mom, the dad, and they were threatened to sue, boy. They was itching to sue. So they tell them their daughter is a menace. That's what Athena tells them. Your daughter is a menace to society and a nightmare. And I am thinking, Athena, girl, come on, chill out. Girl, you are doing it. You are doing way too much, girl. Okay, in the middle of all this, she gets a call go out to the plane, a 911 call, go out to the plane crash. So that's pretty much was about where the people were, where it was somebody strapped down to the seat, and there was some people there. They said there was a tape going on. The man said he had been sitting out there for 8 hours, and that he wanted to just go take his father's body to where it needs to go. He didn't think his father's body should be staying out there in that heat, in this type of weather, sitting out there, no explanation. So this man put his hands on Theo. Theo gets upset and goes off, and she said, well, you know what, I'm arresting everybody. Everybody gonna get arrested. So that little situation didn't really get resolved. Athena girl, you on 1,000. Okay. So they get out to the plane station. A plane wreckage. It is a mess. You see a plane, it's sunken and split in half. It's over the ocean, and they trying to get as many survivors as they can. There was a scene where there was a mother and a son. The mother was caught in the seat. Somehow she got buckled in the seat and couldn't get out. And she was trying to convince her son, console her son that, son, hey, I love you, but you need to get out of here. I'm coming with you, but you need to go now. She was just trying to encourage him to go ahead and go because she was thinking, hey, can't get out of here, but I want you to make it. So the boy didn't want to go, so eventually he went, but they both end up getting, being one of the survivors at the end. Thank goodness. This was a tear jerker for me. Man, all these these people had me crying. I had to remind myself this is a TV show here, okay? Okay, wake up. Oh man. It was crazy. I mean, this show, it almost made me afraid to fly. I mean, when I saw this scene, right before, the plane actually crashes, a caller, he calls in to the 911 center to leave a message for his pregnant wife, to Abby, the 911 operator. Oh, come on. That was so touching. If you had an ounce of compassion in you when he called that 911 operator Abby, you would have been crying. It was so sad. He was telling her, I love you, you go ahead. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, how much he loved her. And it was just such a sad moment. So Abby calls down to her boy. She liked Buck. So she calls her boy. Now Abby and Buck, now they need to quit being on all these personal phone calls, because this is a serious plane crash. And he does not need to be distracted by Abby while he's trying to save people. Okay? Now, I'd have been mad if I am trying to be saved and I overhear Buck on the phone with Abby. Come on now. There should be some kind of law or rule for personal phone calls out on that flight or situation. Something like that, okay? Anybody agree with me? No personal calls. Come on, Buck and Abby. So she was calling. So Abby calls her boy to get, to let him, try to go down the passenger list, to see if there was a passenger on there, because she wanted to get one of the pass on or relay a message to one of the passenger to see if that passenger made it. So Buck was like, well, maybe one of the names sounds familiar, but he went and checked his other list and he's like, oh, nah, he was not one of the ones that lived. So he was one amongst the ones that passed away. Oh, my heart was broken. This was so sad. So he went back and told Abby. Abby let the lady, listen to the tape. She wanted to listen to the tape of her husband 911 call, which was, I don't think I want to listen to nothing like that. Come on. I would not want my husband to be in that distress. That's his last moments. I would not want him to be in that distress, and I wouldn't want to listen to that. Me. But this is a TV show, okay? Let me get out of me and get back into the TV show. All right. Okay. But so she found out he was deceased, and it was emotional. Abby came in, tried to, console her and everything. It was just too much. I was crying. Abby, the wife was crying. I'm sure Abby was crying. We all was crying. My cat was crying. Everybody. Okay, so from there we see Bobby. Bobby he's affected somehow. We're not quite sure yet. But from the way it looks, he was affected by seeing that mother and that son being reunited after being caught up in that, that accident, that plane crash, And I'm not sure what could have been going through his mind. But it's not. No one has said what's been the cause of this. I mean, it could have been because of all the deaths, the bodies, the devastation, and it could be that they're still trying to work around the aftermath, and and still put on a brave face. So that could also be the case with Bobby. I mean, we don't know, but I'm sure they will bring this out sooner or later in the show. Okay. Then Bobby, he is standing like overlooking the aftermath in the next scene. Then he goes into drinking, and I'm not sure why he ended up off his sobriety. Could be due to this tragic day at work that he had, that they all had. I mean, it was a tragic day. I mean, I don't know why he don't have a sponsor that he may have called that could, talk them out of it or something. But it was not clear why they showed that daughter right before he took that drink. I mean, he had been sober, I think, for 18 months. Now, that's a long time to be sober. So something had to happen today that led him up to this point. Now, next, Athena is called into the captain's office. So she was thinking, okay, because I cut up threw these people off the plane, these people probably gonna fire me behind this. So she goes into the office and what's up, Captain? And so the captain begin to tell her, hey, we got to put you on a administrative leave because you've been abusing your authority. And she was like, oh, huh? Yeah, you've been abusing your authority because we looked in the cases and we did not see where no one called reporting a disturbance in that neighborhood of loud noise or any sort. Come on, Athena. You could have got somebody to call in there and say, hey, I got a loud noise. I'm making a loud noise complaint. My neighbors are loud and I think they're smoking some dope. Can you come out here and see? Come on, Athena. You're a cop. You know this. So Athena just wasn't thinking. Wasn't thinking, girl. She wasn't thinking. Right. Got to get Athena together. All right, there. So Athena, she's on administrative leave. So the captain is placing her on administrative leave, which she left him no choice. She really didn't. Man, Athena, the last scene, Abby gets home from work. Her sitter Carla leaves, and so she talks to her mom a little bit. Abby dozes off for a little bit, and she told her mom she was gonna turn down the heat, but I think she forgets to turn it down. And she wakes, she dozes off, and she's awake, and she turns around, and she looks at the bed where her mother was supposed to be sleeping, but her mom is gone and door is open, and heat is probably still on. Okay, so what happened? Okay, so I can't wait to find out next week episode. Can't wait to find what's out going on that next episode, because I am going to end this right here, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until next week.